What's going on, SSBL peeps? It is time for the trait roll. I know you guys have been patiently, but also anxiously waiting to see what your players end up rolling. We're just going to get right into this. Handful of pitchers here. If I'm not mistaken, we only have the 60-40, or I mean, not the 60-40, 55-45, and no 60-40s. From my understanding, if I missed it because there's a lot been going on in everyone's team chat. If you used some points for a trait roll, just let me know and I'll roll it separately and nullify whatever you have here. But we also have only one person that is looking to remove or replace, and that's the Mythic with Cruz Jones. Two traits on Cruz Jones. The trait of choice was RBI dud to be removed or replaced. So here we are, and that is what we shall do. We'll start things off with Lowell Lee, pitcher here for the Angels. We'll see if we're going which direction, positive or negative. Let's see what we got here for the Angels youngster, and it looks like a positive trait for the young guy. So a nice positive already on the board. And then now we'll go to the pitcher's positive wheel right here, and we will give it a nice spin. And what will this pitcher who Angels have okay, that was fast composed, is what Lowell Lee will be added. So a solid positive outcome there for Lowell Lee. We now move on to the Bombers with Spice is Nice. We'll see what we got. Positive or negative? I'm feeling a positive here. Hopefully I'm right. Is it? Oh, it's gonna land on a negative. Spice is Nice. Not so nice for Spice. We'll see. And this one's much longer than the other one. Whiffer added to Spice is Nice. Add Whiffer here to Spice is Nice, a negative Whiffer. Unfortunate there for the Bombers. We move on to the Dragons. Ball players and Cyclones up top are the two of the four or five, excuse me, that decided not to participate. And it looks like, oh, just barely a positive for Petunia Tippy Cup, a pitcher. So we head to the pitcher positive wheel, and this is a quick wheel. Since I did it the first time, I'm not going to change the time for this one either. So just how it's going to be. Another composed. Okay. Well, another composed here for another pitcher. We're going with another pitcher here. This one is Shakira. Let's see what we got for a positive or a negative. Oh, just negative. So negative pitching roll here. And that's a K-Dad added to Shakira. A negative here for the Express. That is K-Dud. Now we go to the Gauchos, position player Pico de Gallo. see what we got for Pico de Gallo. A positive, just positive for Pico de Gallo. So, head to the very, very colorful positive trait wheel for the position players. And I'm guessing the original creator of the trait wheel. Oh, is that RBI man? RBI man for Pico de Gallo. Solid roll. For Pico de Gallo. Now we move on to the High Rollers Pizza Pasta. Also a pitcher. See what we got here. So far, 3 positives, 4 positives here, and this one is a pitcher, so we'll go to the pitchers. We've got 2 composed. Is composed gonna be the thing? Alright, so here's what we're going to do, because it seems like whoever created the wheel put 5 seconds on. We're going to put 15 seconds on, apply the wheel changes, and we're going to start from the top, because that was like a rigged situation of whoever created that. And we'll also do the same thing for the K-Dud. It seems like the other wheels had longer to spin. This came with the same outcome. I even tested it afterward. Jeez. Okay, so we're back to the top. We're back to Lowell Lee. Let's see what Lowell Lee gets. Sorry guys for this. That was something I did not expect going into this. I understand the compose is on there a good amount of times, but at the same time, I want to re-roll because that was happening way too often. So Lowell Lee will keep composed. Petunia Tibicup will go next. Composed again. Alright, what the hell? It doesn't matter how long I do it. Doesn't matter. And then Shakira. If it happens and it's a K-Dud, then it's a K-Dud. And it's a K-Dud. So I just did that for nothing, but it's fine. We were just testing it out to make sure that everything was good because, well, I mean, there's only 2 things you can get, but still something felt off with literally getting 2 things. Okay, that stays for Shakira. It also did not like the 5-second spin because I literally did nothing. Alright, back to it. Pizza Pasta was a positive. We'll do it again. It was composed. Probably will be composed again. But again, I just wanted to play it safe because that was... We're playing it safe here. Composed once again. On a 15-second wheel this time. Pizza Pasta with a positive. Composed it is. Everyone getting composed here. And Relay Lucas for the Liberty. See what we get. Another positive. Oh, it's going to be a negative for Relay Lucas. We head to the negative position player board. And And we got ourselves a bad jump. So that's not a terrible one. Not a terrible one if we look at Relay Lucas. He's got 64 speed, so not the best for him. It's still not a terrible, it could be worse to receive like an RBI dud. So we'll give Relay Lucas negative. And that would be bad jumps for him. We now move on to Monique of the Lumberjacks, another pitcher. We're just 2 away now from Cruz Jones to see if he receives a replacement or not. So a positive here for Monique. Head to the positive wheel. Will we get another compose? Will we get a specialist? What are we getting here? Another composed. Another composed here for the pitchers. Pitchers are just going to get composed through the entire time that we have this wheel going on. The entire time. Composed. Anastasia. Let's see what Anastasia will roll. And then we're 1 away from deciding whether a trait is removed or it's replaced. And if it's replaced, we'll be rolling a negative. So a negative for Anastasia. Anastasia being a position player. So with that, comes bad jumps once again. For Anastasia, looking at her stats, Anastasia, a 69 speed. So again, another one of those. It now adds a 3rd bad jumps to this lineup, which is not the greatest. As speed, obviously, as we've all learned, speed is pretty crucial here in the SSBL. If you have a nice speedy roster, you typically do fairly well. Here we go though. Are we going to remove RBI dud, or are we going to replace it with a secondary or another negative trait? Oh, we're on the wrong wheel. There we go. Oh, we are gonna replace it. Replace it with something else that is negative. We'll see what we got here. So we will be replacing with, oh, almost got to Whiffer. We'll replace with bad jumps. So bad jumps, we literally have a few, literally just a few. Anastasia was also bad jumps. So that bad jumps. Everyone receiving bad jumps. Actually, I can't do bad jumps because that's the other one. So we'll re-roll. Just now noticed that. So we'll re-roll to see what the second trait is. And it will be Whiffer. So Whiffer is going to replace bad jumps. So our second Whiffer of this trait roll We now move on to who we got? Matt Wee for the overdrafts. So we'll go with a positive negative route for this pitcher. Negative for this pitcher. Go to the negative wheel. K Dud was the last negative for a pitcher. We only had one negative pitcher, and this time looks like it'll be BB Prone. BB Prone for Matt Wee. Next up, we got SSBL champion Harold McHenry getting the trait roll here for the defending champions. Harold McHenry is just gonna sneak into a positive. So we're gonna head to the positive wheel here for Harold McHenry. And we're gonna go with power versus left-handed pitching for Harold McHenry. Right, next up, orange black. Another pitcher. One more pitcher after this. Keep him honest. Oh my, just negative. Wow. Orange, black, just negative. Let's see what orange black will get. Looks like a K dud for orange black. Orange black with the K dud. Moving on to Carne Asada. Carne Asada, position player. Carne Asada with a positive trait roll. Carne Asada. What will Carne Asada receive? Just gets inside pitch. So an inside pitch for Carne Asada. So inside pitch. Another positive here for the board. We are currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 50-50 so far with the trait roll. We have Winnie Pope now ready for the roll here. And it's gonna be just negative. Winnie Pope gets a negative. A negative for Winnie Pope. And a whiffer. Winnie Pope getting a negative trait, adding whiffer. And the last pitcher now is going to be Keep 'Em Honest. This is a big one in my opinion. Keep 'Em Honest. We look at Keep 'Em Honest stats. Keep 'Em Honest 60, 75, 65. So a positive trait coming here for the young pitcher. Keep 'Em Honest. Oh my goodness, Keep 'Em Honest with the specialist being added. That is a massive, massive win for the Unicorns. Having specialists added to such a young, bright future, a 195 righty pitcher. That's something special, as I might add. Next, Vikings Blue Maine Coon, with the roll. I believe this was a comp pick for the Vikings, and that's supposed to be a negative. So whoever created this and put a red positive, you crazy. Sorry about you, Vikings, but that landed on a red. 100% landed on a red here at the screen, and there's a positive sign on the red. So sorry, not my fault. It looks like somebody put a second positive on here, but in red, because there should not be any reason for that to be a 3 positives in a row. So sorry about it. It's a negative for me. Unfortunately, it's just the way things go. Sorry, Blue Maine Coon. I will fix that here shortly, because that's a no-no for me. Oh, just gets RBI dud. So Blue Maine Coon with RBI dud receives the negative trait. We're going to quickly edit where that additional positive is, and that's right here at the very end. We apply the will change. Will we see that? Yes, we will. Actually, no. This is at 55:45. You guys, man. See, this is it. This is a live stream here. So that is not an RBI dud. This is 55:45. That should be a positive. It just is unfortunately in red. My apologies on the misunderstanding, but this color stuff, I would much rather be a little consistent there with some colors. But it's all good. We'll re-roll. It's a positive for Blue Maine Coon. And again, this is a first roll. I'm not even, there's no editing, there's no cutting, there's no nothing. We're getting a stealer for Blue Maine Coon now instead of a RBI dud. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? That is phenomenal. Blue Maine Coon with the stealer again. That color for that last one needed to be green. There's a way to do it. Just gotta. For future trait rolls, it will be fixed. My apologies there. Slug Louisville or Louisville, however you want to pronounce that. Louisville is obviously Louisville Slugger. So we'll go with Louisville. Slug Louisville. Walker's player here, and we'll see if we go positive or negative. And we will go positive. So positive for Slug Louisville. And here we are at the very colorful wheel that is the position players. It looks like we will get, oh, a nice tough out for Slug Louisville. That's a big win in my opinion for the Walkers to get someone like Slug Louisville with tough out. Looking at Slug Louisville's stats real quick. Slug Louisville, right fielder, right bat. Again, this is a season 8 player, 67-45. So contact is low, but I do want to say, if I'm not mistaken, there is a lot to still go through, so be patient with us on camps and all that fun stuff. We will get there in terms of making sure everything is added correctly. Let's see. Right, so it does not see. Yeah, it does not seem that Slug Louisville received any camp so far from what I am reading, but still to get a tough out on a S8 player such as Slug Louisville, that's a good future pick right there, or future player that is. All right, so we got ourselves tough out. 3 straight positives. Will the Wildcats receive that same luck? What do we got here? And that is a negative for Darby. So what will Kendall Darby get? It's gonna be an RBI dud for Darby. And that will conclude the trait roll. Again, guys, if there is, for whatever reason, you were a 60-40, submitted some points trait roll, just let me know in your team channel or in my DMs. I'll fix it. I'll get everything situated and I'll do a roll just for you. And we'll go from there. So thanks for everyone tuning in. Make sure you do like this video. It does help out the channel here on YouTube. My name is Jay Watt. We'll see you in spring training.